Hello there NintendoGBR fans and followers alike. Hope you're all well. Today is the day the Nintendo Switch officially launches in the UK and the rest of the world. It is the 3rd of March 2017. The time is 10:07. I am very sweaty and warm after running down to game to collect my Nintendo Switch. It's also raining outside, which didn't help. But I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to do the unboxing video and I'm just going to go with the flow. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm sat here in my checkered Fred Perry shirt, my skinny jeans, which I'm not a fan of, don't know why I bought them, and my blue Converse. And I'm a little bit warm to say the least. But you're not interested about me, well, hopefully you are a little bit, you are interested in what I have purchased today. So without further ado, let's get on. So, here's what I went and picked up. So, the Nintendo Switch console, the all-important console. I also picked myself up a Pro Controller because I felt that was probably going to be the best way that I was going to be enjoying Zelda. Yeah, a Pro Controller. So I'm just going to move those out of the way for a moment. Come back to those in a second. And I secured myself a big box Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild limited edition. We are going to do a separate unboxing, so we'll come back to that later on. Oh, and you also got a few little nice pre-order bonuses, which I will show you now. You've got a poster, some postcards, and in here, like a little keychain, I believe. And we will come back to Legend of Zelda. So, without further ado, let's unbox the Nintendo Switch console. Now, I'm sure that all of you, oh, apologies, a little bit of screen glare there, have seen this box. It's a lot smaller than you think it's going to be, even when people have told you it's a lot smaller. Now, I've got the biggest hands in the video game world. I very rarely meet anybody that's got bigger hands than me, so I'm going to take that. And this is my hand on the box. So you can see that this is quite a small box. So here we got the nice box art. On the top is the Nintendo logo, which is obviously missing and not as obvious on the Wii and the Wii U. On the bottom we have all the usual spiel. On the side here, just there, it's showing you the different ways that you can play, either as docked as a console or as the handheld. On the back, it's a nice shot of the handheld. And on the other side, again, lots of spiel. So, I'm sure some of you have already seen this, but let's do the unboxing. And I have a couple of little bits of information that I'd like to share with you. Okay, so as you open the box, you have the console, the system itself, and it really is a lot smaller than I honestly believed it was going to be, even after hearing everybody talking about it online. And then you have your Joy-Cons, the left and the right. So, that is the Nintendo Switch, which is bizarre. And again, if you remember I told you how big my hands are, that is my hand over the top of the Switch. It's really, really small. A lot smaller than I actually believed it would be. Then we have the left and right Joy-Cons. Obviously one that's got the little D-pad at the top there. Clicky buttons. And the side buttons here. And exactly the same for the left one, apart from it's got the minus. Or you could say the plus and minus as opposed to one having a D-pad. And a little capture button here. Okay? So they are really small. So pop those back in here. So now we're going to take this top layer off. Come back to. Now obviously we have all your bump. Right. So this is what we were going to need. Oh, sorry about that. Out the shot of the camera. That's never good. Here is your dock. Again, a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. This unit is tiny. I don't think people really do realise how small this is until they actually get it. Obviously the back. And here, if you just lift up these little areas here, and that just pulls down. There we go. And that shows you where you can get your HDMI. Your USBs, everything in the side of the unit there. AC adapter on the top, USB, HDMI out. Which is pretty cool. Shall we shut that back up, which is excellent. Okay, now this is what I want to talk to you about. Now, with these you get these little Joy-Con straps. If you're going to connect these, make sure that you're connecting them to the right side of the unit, because they've both got plus and minuses on either side. But what you want to make sure is that you're doing it on the right side of the unit. Okay? Okay, so now what we're left with is your HDMI, which I'm not going to get out, your plugs and everything like that. And then inside here we have the Joy-Con controller. Now remember, it doesn't charge up, but you can buy other peripherals to allow it to charge up. This allows you to quite simply dock in your controller into each side, click them in, slide them in, and play your games like that. So that is essentially the Nintendo Switch unboxing. Now I'm just going to open up for you the Pro controller, which we have right here. It's got some nice art on the side showing its transparency. Not a lot else here to see. Sorry about that. So we have the controller itself, and we have a charging cable for the controller, which is always nice. Put that there. So let's get this out and have a look. Okay, so as you can see, it's a nice size controller. Probably feels more like a PlayStation 4 controller than an Xbox One controller, I would say. It's got the nice clicking buttons. You've got your D-pad, you've got your capture button here, you've got your home button here, you've got your standard buttons here. And then on the back here, you've got your R and ZR and your L and ZL. It feels lovely, feels a nice weight. It's very comfortable in the hand. I don't often have many issues with controllers. But yeah, so that is the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. So that is a genuine unboxing of my Switch console and Pro controller as I've got it home. No frills. We all know what it's like when you get a new console, and I am going to look into the connections of these on the controllers, and if I feel that there's something that I've got wrong, I'll correct myself. But please make sure that you're connecting the right sides to the right controllers. This has been NintendoGBR's no nonsense Switch unboxing. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I think I understand now what the article was saying, just as an update. So whatever Joy-Con that you have, whether it be the left or the right Joy-Con, regardless, when you're placing the Joy-Con extra, the little strap, Joy-Con strap, onto the Joy-Con, just make sure that strap is always on the bottom, because I think basically what's been happening, is that when people have been strapping these in the industry, one or two have put them around the other way. Now I've just experimented with them and have found that, you know, it should be matching what's on the top. So for example, on this one there is the minus on the top, and you're supposed to put it on like that and you slide it into place and it clicks in place. Okay, at the bottom here, which they don't tell you, well I haven't seen this yet, there's a little lock function, but I'm not going to lock that. Now on the back here, sorry, a little bit off the camera, there's a little button there, that's the release button. Okay, so to get this off, you press the release button. It's a bit stiff because it is quite new, and you slide them off. It is a little bit stiff and I want you to see that, but it's fine. And I think what's happening is if you turn this around upside down, you can still click it in if you start at the bottom here. I don't know if that's making any sense to you, like that. And when you do it the wrong way round, I think they're saying it can be quite difficult to get it off. So just make sure whenever you are going to put your attachment on the controller that you're leading with the strap on the bottom, and that it matches the logo on the top there. So for me here, it would be like that, slide down like that. I hope that helps. Okay, so here we have the Nintendo Switch console itself. Bit of screen glare, but to be expected. Lovely little screen. Now, on the top of the screen here, okay, just here where my finger is, you have your volume button at the top and the power button for the unit as well, just there. On the other side, you have the jack, which is just here, and you have your your game card that will go in there. Okay. On the bottom, you have the USB-C charging unit. I do apologise for slightly holding it off camera. Okay. Now turn the unit around, and then we just have Nintendo Switch. And here is the kickstand that everybody doesn't seem to like, which I can't get out at the moment. There we go. Kickstand out, and at the back there, where you can put your micro SD card. I quite like that actually, the way it's concealed. I think that's quite nice. Some people may not like it though. Okay, so clipping that back shut. Okay, so we bring back the unit round, holding it the right way. So now I'm going to slide this onto the unit. So there's one. And now we get the other one. Okay, so there is the Nintendo Switch in all of its beauty. Holding it outright so you can see, it feels just like a slightly bigger version of the DS, if I'm honest. It looks lovely, feels lovely, feels very lightweight. Obviously on the back you can see where you've got your shoulder buttons. So that is the Nintendo Switch. Now, what I think I'm going to do now, obviously I've got the dock here in front of me, and what I'm going to do is I am now going to sort the console out. I'm not going to show you switching on the system because I want there to be a little bit of magic left for when you buy the console yourself. But then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you kind of what the screens look like coming through your television and stuff like that, so you can kind of get a look at the interface. So we'll get there shortly. I'm very excited. Sorry if this is a little bit disjointed, but I wanted it to be as true as I possibly could have it. So I'm going to sort the console settings out, and then I'm going to show you the interface. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, as promised, here's a look at the interface. So we got controller options, album options, eShop options, and news options. Now, here's the news screen, and as you can see here, has stuff like new system update has arrived, where to get new games, take and share screenshots, a quick introduction. So just a very gentle introduction to the Nintendo Switch. Here you can see that the new system update has arrived, and so I updated the console. I've cut all this down because it's all very boring stuff if you're just looking at a spinning icon. So once it had updated, it was kind of telling me that the controllers were paired and everything was working okay. And then I kind of had a little mess around. So eShop there, you have the album icon, you have the controller icon, and I wanted to go into that. Wasn't really worried about system settings at the moment. As you can see, I've got my Pro controller on charge, and it's also got 3 battery icons which indicate the unit itself and the 2 Joy-Cons. So this is where you'll come to kind of find out where and how all the battery life is working on the Switch console. So that's an important area. And this was just when I put my Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild cart in. There was an update available for it, so I was just starting that. That took a little bit longer. Downloaded that update, and that's the very basic entry level of the interface, and it works really nicely. So if you enjoy my content, please follow me at NintendoGBR. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see all of you soon, and I hope you're all enjoying your Nintendo Switch.